Harry and Meghan, as I just said, I think everybody knows they're at best low-level millionaires because he's inherited a few bucks from his family. But they've been living...
Okay, so Meghan tried to grab attention on her birthday with a video where she danced weirdly with her kids in a fake-looking garden, but it backfired badly and went viral for all the wrong reasons. And then Tom Bower and Lady Colin Campbell slammed it in interviews, calling it all just fake drama.
Billionaires, you know, they got this massive mansion in Montecito, they go everywhere by private jet. They kind of needed this Netflix money. Now that they're not going to have it anymore, that's going to pose some serious...
People are calling it a desperate cry for attention, and the worst fake parenting online, saying it's just like her weird pregnancy dance on TV. And this time, she wore fancy clothes, held a wine glass, and danced in her Montecito backyard with the kids who looked totally coached. And the whole thing felt fake and not real at all.
Do appreciate it. Lady C, basically the same question to you. These people have been relying on this Netflix money. That source of income is going to dramatically dry up very, very soon.
The video felt more like a weird ad than a real family moment. Just another fake scene from Meghan trying to get public attention instead of showing anything real. And Lady Colin Campbell didn't hold back at all in her interview. That same morning, she called it pure selfishness and said Meghan completely forgot what real parenting looks like, and her harshest line was that Meghan wants all the royal perks without doing any of the work.
He does it.
No, it doesn't. And in fact, Kevin, if I recall correctly, we have already spoken about this in the past because we have both said that this was coming.
We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, and now it's...
Instead of keeping her kids safe from the spotlight like any good parent would, Meghan keeps pushing them into it. And Lady Colin Campbell said, the video wasn't even about the kids. It was just Meghan trying hard to stay famous and loved. And then Tom Bower also slammed her in a radio interview, calling it a disgusting ad pretending to be motherhood, and said she's using her kids like tools in her sinking fame game.
Oh, but it's not a surprise. And also, let's remember the figures bandied about it being 100 million and 20 million per annum. That's always been an overestimation, you know?
He said even Hollywood is now seeing through Meghan's fake moves, and royal fans loved it because they've always said she turns her whole life into a show. And then social media jumped in with TikTokers mocking her fake smiles and Instagram clips showing the kids looking bored while she acted like she was in an ad. And honestly, people are just tired of her pretending all the time.
They have tried to make out. They were busy bigging themselves up in the hope that if they said they were worth X plus Y, Z would pitch in and offer them something commensurate. And of course,
so people all over Twitter started using hashtags like Meghan birthday blunder and nanny directed dance, saying the kids looked lost and maybe even upset. But the weirdest part is how Meghan's team stayed totally quiet this time, because normally they jump in fast with some post or explanation, but now there's nothing at all. And that's making everyone think maybe the video was rushed, or she went against PR advice and posted it without thinking it through.
That Netflix would pay them to produce things. So, and their profits were going to be pegged on what they produced and how well.
Some people now think the video was just a distraction from bigger problems like her failing brand, her canceled shows, and the wine drama that's become a joke. And what made it more obvious was the timing, because she dropped it right at midnight on her birthday, which felt like a planned power movie. Instead of letting the moment feel natural, she took control of everything and made sure it looked exactly how she wanted, which just made it feel even more fake.
Montecito, most people clear out of it if they own private planes. And when people who own private planes hear that Meghan is on the phone, they refuse to take her calls. I know this from people.
But instead of getting love, she got roasted in the comments. One person even said, "This isn't a birthday video, it's a campaign ad and no one's falling for it." And now critics are saying the worst part isn't the bad dancing or fake smiles, it's how she keeps turning her kids into content with clear close-up shots of Archie and Lilbit all over public platforms, even though they're still minors. And this is coming from someone who used to fight big legal cases just to protect her own privacy.
300 in Netflix's charts. It limped in at a humiliating 383. Meanwhile, Harry's horse-based
Meghan keeps using her kids like tools to get attention for her brand, to spin the media, or to look like a caring mom when she's in trouble. And now everyone can see how fake it is. Lady Colin Campbell even said, you can't ask for privacy while making your kids part of your brand. Either they stay private or you use them, and Meghan has clearly picked her side, and with Lady C and Tom Bower calling her out, the drama is only getting bigger because their harsh words are spreading faster than any birthday message.
Tom, do you think Harry and Meghan are fast learning what they signed away when they took this Netflix big moolah? And I would say they signed away their credibility and their dignity.
Well, that's our view, but it's not theirs. They need the money, and they need it now more than ever because they've got no other source of income. So
now, this whole 44th birthday video mess has gone way beyond just bad dancing or weird timing. It's turning into a full crash of Meghan's public image. What started as a so-called family moment has now blown up into a major media disaster, with parenting experts, royal watchers, and even her old fans all agreeing on one serious thing. Meghan went too far. The video was clearly staged to look sweet and innocent, but it did the opposite. And now, instead of love, she's getting slammed harder than ever since leaving the royal family, and choosing to show her kids like this during such a messy time might be the biggest mistake of her career. Because right after the video came out, even Hollywood PR experts were shocked that her own team let this go public and said the kids didn't even look happy or comfortable in the video at all.
And all the criticism they're going to take means nothing because that's the only way they can earn their money.
Very interesting, actually. I don't know if you saw this from Tina Brown, who was, of course, one of the last people to see Diana before her death. She said the Duke and the Duchess are poor.
The way Meghan acted in the video, with her over-the-top expressions, big dramatic moves, and constant attention on herself, made the whole thing feel like a performance instead of a real birthday celebration. And the most uncomfortable part that's now being talked about everywhere was when she held a wine glass and started dancing in a slow circle, trying to get Archie to copy her. But he didn't smile, didn't join in, and just stood there looking unsure. And now that one clip is going viral across social media, with people writing things like, "Let kids be kids, not part of another fake moment." And even parenting blogs that usually avoid drama are posting serious warnings, saying this felt more like emotional pressure than a sweet bonding moment. And Meghan, who always claimed to be a private and protective mother, has completely gone against that image by putting her kids in the spotlight like this during such a controversial time. And now even her loyal fans are starting to question her choices. One big fan page on Instagram with more than 200,000 followers that used to post about her strength and elegance shocked everyone when they quietly deleted the birthday video just one day after sharing it. And honestly, when your biggest supporters start backing away, it says more than any headline ever could.
She is a humble cottage compared to what these other people have. And she added, at some point it might be more than a new house she's looking for. Elon Musk is still single. That's all I have to say. So do you agree with Tina Brown that there is a huge financial motivation behind what Meghan does? Obviously, you've written this book, Revenge, about her.
The person who runs that big fan page later replied in the comments saying, "We still support Meghan, but we can't support using kids to clean up her image." And that one comment really hit hard, because that page had stood by her through everything, like the Spotify flop, the Netflix show getting dropped, and all her wild public moves. But this time, even they they drew the line, and now things are getting even more serious because royal editor Richard Palmer went on a UK morning show and said this video could actually get the attention of child protection groups in Britain. And he made it clear this wasn't just some cute home video that got leaked by accident. This was a fully edited, polished piece made to look perfect and shared with the world, showing her kids in private moments. And he said, if any working royal had done this, Parliament would be asking questions right now. And it's not just royal watchers speaking up anymore. Now PR experts, celebrity managers, and digital safety pros are also raising red flags because the issue is way bigger than just a birthday clip.
To discover that Prince Harry had very little money. She imagined he'd be worth hundreds of millions, if not billions. And she's having to make up for it now. And that's why I think, I think Tina is a great journalist, and perhaps she has inside information. I don't see how the Sussexes can give up both the Netflix and the book deal. They won't be living in a Montecito cottage.
Then, celebrity PR expert Anna Whitmore, who's known for helping big names bounce back after viral scandals, also joined the conversation, and she didn't hold back saying this birthday video ended up doing way more harm than good. Because if Meghan wanted to look relatable and warm, it had the opposite effect, and instead made her look even more self-obsessed and calculated. And Anna said it only reminded people of all the past accusations about how Meghan controls the media, fakes family moments, and uses parenting as a performance. And she also pointed out that if this video was meant to distract from her falling business deals, it only made her look more desperate. And then came the part that made it all worse. People started noticing that some wine bottles were placed perfectly in the background of the video, and it didn't feel like an accident at all. So now critics are accusing her of using her kids not just for attention, but also to secretly promote her wine brand and marketing experts who usually support soft launching products in personal content. Even they are saying this felt disturbing and totally wrong because kids should never be used to push products. And what's shocking is that through all of this chaos, her team stayed completely silent. No retraction, no statement, no media spin, nothing at all. And that silence is what's making people believe this whole video idea came straight from Meghan herself, and that she probably rushed to release it without any smart planning or listening to her advisors. And while it's not the first time she's ignored her team, some insiders are now saying this could be the breaking point. The moment when the few sponsors and brand partners she has left finally say enough is enough and quietly walk away.
Likely living somewhere in downtown LA, in a little hovel. That's their problem. They're stuck now. But, you know, the truth is about them that the only way I can conceive of Harry getting out of it now is if Charles would bail him out. Somehow he'd have to pay off Netflix, he'd have to pay off Random House's publishers.
And if you thought this drama was crazy, just wait, because things are only getting messier and wilder. So if you don't want to miss the next shocking twist, the next secret meltdown, or the next royal disaster, then hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the bell too. Because here on Taylor Tells All, we don't hold back. We spill it all, we dig deeper, we talk louder, and we serve the truth with a whole lot of spice.